All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Today, we're going to do a part 2 of a Zoom that we've already done. It is on our essential aminos. The reason we wanted to come back on and do part 2 is there's always just going to be more information we want to provide, also based on questions that we get from people. So this is not to replace the original. This is just to add to it. So if you haven't yet gone on and watched our Zoom on essential aminos, please do that in addition to watching this one. So just to give a little bit of background, again, essential amino acids are essential. That means our body does not make them. We must get them from external sources via our diet. They are present in foods, predominantly in meat, but we are also just not getting enough of them. What amino acids do, they're the building blocks of protein. And I always talk about the first sign of aging is muscle loss, and that happens in our 30s, unfortunately. So we really need to work harder to prevent that muscle loss and supplement with our amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids. 3 of them, of those 9, are branch chain amino acids. I know a lot of people have heard of the BCAAs. Those are part of the 9, and those are in here. So again, we need them all. We need all 9 of our essential amino acids. But we've also done a little more to our essential aminos, and we've added a handful of other ingredients that we feel are very important to the role of amino acids and building muscle and maintaining muscle, as well as just health for the body. So we've added arginine, citrulline, glutamine, and we've also enhanced it with your electrolytes, so sodium, potassium, magnesium. So you get a lot more in this supplement than just your 9 essential amino acids. And essential amino acids are not just for muscle mass prevention, building, but it's also, they play a role in hormones, neurotransmitters, role in immunity. I mean, they are involved in so much. And I just think it's a really underappreciated supplement. Like, we need this, guys. We need this every day. I love our essential aminos. I take them twice a day. I think you do usually too. They do come in, right now we're pretending that this is the berry, but they do, or the fruit punch, sorry. They come in the lemon lime and the fruit punch. We don't have the fruit punch at our house because it is typically our best seller of the amino acids. So we leave that in the warehouse, but also we both really like the lemon lime better anyway. So it works out for us. But yes, two choices of flavors. So pick which one you want. But Ryan's going to go into a little deeper dive of the science behind the essential aminos and why our body really needs them and in what amounts, right?
Yeah, exactly. Really, and thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So we are getting a lot of questions, a lot of interest in the amino acids. So we wanted to make sure there was a good follow-up to it. And she's right, though. She's spot on. It's the precursor for everything from hormones, protein, neurotransmitters, and then also enzymes. And I highlight that a little bit in the first Zoom we did, how important that is. Look at one of the essentials is L-tryptophan, and that exactly is a precursor for serotonin. So you can see that they're really important. As a matter of fact, it is the second most abundant material in our body that makes up our body behind water. So amino acids, it's crazy. I mean, it's nobody thinks of it that way. But actually, I'd say that more and more people are and they're very curious. But it's not misinformation. It's probably just more misunderstood. Like, why would I take essential amino acids or amino acids if I'm taking a protein? If I eat a well-balanced nutrition plan, why should I supplement with them? And there's just a lot of questions and concerns. And there's people out there that are unsure of what to look for in a good quality supplement. So that's the point of today's thing. I just want to follow up on it. So one quick mention, you said meats, get our essential aminos out of certain lean meats. Natural, like steak, for instance, is about 50-50. It's about 50% non-essential amino acids and 50% essential amino acids. So you're not just going to supplement with essential amino acids. That really shouldn't always be the plan. Just because the non-essential amino acids aren't as important for muscle protein synthesis as the essential does not mean they're not involved. I know that was a long-winded sentence, but basically the non-essential amino acids also can play a role in muscle protein synthesis. And they absolutely play a role in everything else, like the neurotransmitters, the hormones, and everything that we just talked about. So that's why we formulated the LiveGood essential aminos the way we did. So what we want to do is make sure that the ratios are specific. That is the science that we're trying to find. So I want to make sure you guys have a good understanding of what that is today. I'm sorry, my daughter's staring at me. Summer break. Summer break. So what happened, what we're looking for in the essential amino acids is the 9 essential amino acids. You want to have at least 3 grams per serving. That's where muscle protein synthesis begins. And our essential aminos has more than that. And of that 9 gram, or of that 3 grams, or whatever amount of essential, the 9 essential amino acids in there, you want 40% of those essential amino acids to be one amino acid, and that is leucine. That leucine is very important to have that a much higher percentage, or 40% of the entire amount to be leucine, because that is what's really important for muscle protein synthesis. Now, like we said in the previous Zoom, we'll talk about it's not just about muscle protein. It's not just about muscle. I mean, obviously that's what Lisa and I view as a really important indicator for healthy aging and longevity. I mean, that's a given. That we'll talk about all the time, and I hope that resonates with you, and it's very important. And this is a very easy way to keep the body in muscle protein synthesis, which is about every 3 hours. And so when you're in between meals, a great go-to, essential amino acids,
right,
in a drink form. So I think that's what I wanted to clarify. That was a big part of a lot of the questions we're getting to is like, what's the importance of the ratio? How much essential amino should I be consuming? And then, of course, Lisa mentioned we added the citrulline, the arginine. So citrulline has 3,000 milligrams, arginine has 500 milligrams. And that balance, that ratio is also validated in the scientific literature to show, because they're primary precursors of nitric oxide, which is the signaling molecule that helps increase blood flow. It helps vasodilation, helps open up the blood vessels, which is also obviously very important. And then we enhanced it with the electrolytes, because we know that electrolytes are very important for muscle and nerve conduction. And of course, if we're sweating and we're perspiring, then of course, yes, it becomes a much greater need. But everybody certainly needs electrolytes. They're essential as well. So that's the area that I really wanted to clarify the most. And I'm going to take a few questions now. You want to tap the screen and see what's going on, because I know that, trust me, this has been a busy topic, very, very busy topic.
Which I love, because it means we are curious about it.
Well, Lisa, what are some of the questions I know that you're getting too?
Well, a lot of it was the percentages and like how it compares to real food.
Oh,
eggs,
how it compares.
meat,
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, just trying to weed through these. A lot of these aren't relative to the topic right now.
Kidney disease is one topic that comes up a lot with protein, because it does filter through the kidney. Of course, if you have kidney disease, you need to be careful with your protein intake. Now, essential amino acids, on the other hand, it's a good question. It should be answered by your nephrologist. I assume if you have kidney disease, you are being seen by a kidney doctor. So that's a question for them for sure.
Right. I love this comment here. This has become my favorite product. From the moment I take it, I feel better. It's very true. The energy.
Yeah.
The energy that you get from just taking them, it's amazing. And there's no caffeine, no stimulants, guys.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I get that. I get the response that people just feel great, and there's no sugars in this. Sugar. There's no calories.
Sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, non-GMO.
Right. It's great. So
it's a low-impact supplement. That's what I'm saying. It's one of my absolute favorites for those reasons.
Right.
Like, has such a positive impact on our health. Derived from fermented, plant-based, and there's really no downside. There's very little that I can think of.
Right. I mean, this is the one product. I mean, to me, it's almost impossible just to pick one. But if I literally had to choose one, and I could only take one supplement for the rest of my life, it would be essentially hands down.
Yeah, probably be for me too.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, the way I take my supplement, I'm 30 minutes prior to a workout, because I think of it as, yes, I need this for muscle building, protein synthesis, and yes, I enjoy that little beverage before I go to the gym. And then again, I usually do it in the afternoon, but sometimes I'll do it before bed. Now, it does not have a stimulant in this product. There is no stimulant. There's no caffeine. There's no thermogenics, nothing like that. So you can use it before bedtime. I do. I will drink an essential aminos before bed, and it does not have a negative impact on my sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I mix this product with E3 in one drink? That is my pre-workout right there. Yes, you can. Don't have any unflavored, but the flavoring is very light.
Very light.
Especially the lemon lime.
Fruits.
Yeah, very light.
He gets all his protein amino acids from food source. One can tell better amino acids. Yeah, look, the trainer the trainer in the gym that gets all of his protein and amino acids from food sources, that's great. But I'm 210 pounds. So if I'm going to eat a gram of protein for a pound of body weight, it's a challenge. It is not easy.
Like he might be having steak for like 5 times a day.
And making up in the middle of the night every 3 hours eating chicken. Look at the bodybuilding mentality. It is literally set your alarm clock every 3 hours in the middle of the night and eat 2 chicken breasts.
Right. Now, are you gonna do that, or are you just gonna help yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So it's about protein goals. Now, I know Lisa and I we've debated this topic a little bit, so we won't go there today, but whether or not you can count amino acids towards your protein goal, I'm in the camp that says you can. So, but it would be basically based on your essential amino acids. So, and sometimes there's a multiple applied to it. If you look at our first video on it, some of the science literature supports saying that because it's so dedicated to pulse protein system, you can almost go to a 3-to-1.
Right.
So, but we're not going there today. That would be my answer, though, is that essential aminos are there as a supplement to whole food sources.
Right. And 2 doses a day. The serving size is 1. We both take 2 a day, so 1 to 2 time a day in between meals. Really doesn't matter. Again, Ryan said I take mine as well as Ryan 30 minutes prior to a workout. I mix mine with the E3 because I don't have coffee in the morning. And then I take mine in the afternoon and mix it with the super reds, just when I kind of feel like maybe it's around like that 3 o'clock where like I'm kind of slowing down and I need a little bit more oomph. That's how I do mine. Is okay with some with liver disease?
Yeah, I mean, look, liver disease, again, I assume if you're diagnosed with liver disease, you're probably seeing a provider for it, though, so you're going to have to speak with them. Anytime you start a new supplement and you have chronic disease like liver or kidney disease, yeah, you should always consult with your medical provider.
Right. Is it great to add to our protein shake, meaning the protein powder, and then head to the gym? You really don't want to work out with, like, I would think the protein shake in you. You know, you want your body to be doing what it's supposed to be doing, is working on your muscle and your cardiovascular system, you know, building up.
Let me take a stab at that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
And hey, Mike, I mean, look, the question, there's no right or wrong answer. Some people prefer the protein prior to the gym, but I would say you're getting your essential aminos out of protein source too. So why not separate them? Why not wait? Why not stagger them apart a little bit?
Right,
maybe do one before and one after and try that route. But I mean, loading both together, probably there's nothing wrong with it, but probably be better to separate them out.
Right. Yes, yeah. We said some aminos from food, typically your meats, eggs. No difference working by themselves or mixed with super greens or super reds. We just addressed mixing them with the protein powder.
And when I say that we added citrulline and arginine for a precursor to nitric oxide, you'll hear me talk about the super reds a lot, as in also increasing the nitric oxide production because it works the nitrate pathway. And then this is, of course, the arginine and citrulline.
Yeah, good combo.
Yeah, I mean, a good combo, sure. But again, maybe not a bad idea to stagger.
Sure.
Plant-based source, fermented, is the way that they're sourced. They're sourced from plants. They're fermented and isolated.
Can it be used instead of the protein powder?
I think so, but remember, you're in the protein powder, you're getting a whole food kind of source. You're getting all of you're getting essentials, your non-essentials.
And you're getting, it's food. There's no calories or anything to the essential aminos. So like our protein is a whole food source. It's part of our, you know, our caloric intake during the day, as well as the solid 20 grams of protein.
Sure, but Kelly, if you have food sensitivities and you just seriously can't find a protein powder, absolutely. Absolutely, you should be taking the essential aminos. I would go 3 times a day on the essential aminos if that was the case. Plus, I would be working very hard to get my protein from foods that you do well with, that you tolerate well with.
Right.
Lean beets.
And I have a lot of experience with food sensitivity. So if you want to, you know, shoot me a few questions and we can work back and forth, happy to help you out there. All right.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, guys, we always try to stay around 15 to 20 minutes. But
again, this is the second one. This is part 2. So go ahead, check out part 1. Maybe we'll change the labeling of that.
Yeah, sure.
On our YouTube channel, so we'd say part 1 and part 2.
And this is better resolution too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any further questions that we did not touch upon from the first one and this second one? Please go ahead and shoot me an email, and we'll get the answers.
All right, y'all. Have a great, super productive Monday and the rest of your week. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.